Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel PG Analytics. So in this video, I'm going to talk about one SQL problem statement. So we have to write the query which will return the data in this particular format. So first column will be the year, second column will return the current year sales, third column previous year sales, and the year over year change. I want the data in this particular format. Now here you can see, so first year is 2014 and there is no data before 2014, so previous year sales is coming as null and year over year change will also be null. So let's write this query to get the data in this particular format. So I have a table called sample super which contains the data for different year. So to get the year, we have field called order date. So I'm going to use it, extract year from order date. So now it is going to return the distinct year. So I'm just going to use the distinct keyword here. So here we can see we have data for 4 different year. Let's give the alias is year, comma. Now to get the sales, we already have a field sum of sales. So we can use the sum functions to get the sales and I'm going to remove it and group by year. Let's see the output. So we are going to get year and the sales. So the year is 2014, 15, 16, 17, and the sales of that particular year. So let's give the alias. So this is nothing but the current year sales as current year sales. So what we are getting currently is the year and the sales of that year. Now we are getting the decimal value, so we can use round functions. If you want to omit the decimals, so we can use round. Now we are just getting that without decimal data. Now to get the previous year's sale, so we have the year and current year, which is quite straightforward. Using the group by, we can do that. Now to get the previous year sales, we have to use the functions called lag. So lag will return the data from previous row. So we have to mention the offset. So syntax will be like sum of sales, which value you want. I want the previous value, so I can use 1 over order by year. So to get the year, I'm just going to use this part, extract year from order date. Now let's see the output. So what we are getting, this is the year, this is current year sales. Now notice for 2014, there is no data before 2014, this is coming as null. 2015, this is the current year sales. So for 2015, the previous year sales is this one. So this data we are getting here and this data we are getting here. So for each year, previous years, we are getting from the using the lag functions. Now notice if I use 2, so what it is going to do is it is going to return previous to previous. So here you can observe for 2014, there is no data of previous, it is null. 2015, previous to previous data is not available, so it is also null. 2016, this is previous and this is previous to previous. So this data is coming here. So based on this offset or parameter, it will return the data. So I just want the previous, so instead of 2, I'm going to use 1. Now let's give the alias here also as previous year sales. So now we are getting, so we can use a round function on top of it without getting any decimals value. Now we will not get the decimals. So we are getting year, current year sales and previous year sales. Now we have to add one more column, which will be the year over year change. What is the change from previous year to current year? So this entire query, I'm going to add it in CTE, common table expressions. So let's give it a name CTE1 as this. So select, I can fetch year, comma, current year sales, comma, previous year sales from city 1. So we'll get the same output. Now I want to add one more column, which is year over year change. So what I'm going to do is we already have the current year, we already have the previous year. So I'll write the formula to get year over year change is current year sales minus previous year sales, and let me just write it in the next line, divided by previous year sales. So this is the logic to get year over year change or difference, and whatever we are getting, let's multiply this with 100. So give it a name alias year over year change. Let's just give it a name YOY. So what we are getting, if it is null, it is also null. Now for 2015, the previous year is approx 4,84,000 and it is 4,70,000 approx. Now it is reduced, so it is decreased by minus 2.83%. For 2016, it is increased from 4,70,000 to 6,09,000. It is increased by approx to 30%. So let's use the round functions and we will show up to two decimals. So round and everything will be in the bracket, comma 2. Now it will return the data up to two decimals. So you will notice we are using the lag functions, we are using the CT also to get this. Now, if you can achieve this by writing any other way, please feel free to share your query in the chat box. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for this video.